Mic check, mic check. 1 2 1 2. Holy hell, fam. Did that just happen? By the way, for those that are curious, the reaction video is already up on the channel. It is there. This is a discussion stream about everything that we just saw in the freaking Sumeru teaser 3. Holy hell, dude. Bro, there is so much to talk about. Breathe. I will not breathe. Oh, but you know the rules, and so do I. Enjoy the music, and bro, we have a playable suit. What the fudge? Hey yo, Quan, thanks for becoming a member. Welcome to the fam. Congrats on the emotes. Fam. Guys. What? What in the seven hells are we gonna do? Bro, Sumeru's gonna be so crazy. Oh my lord. Alright. Listen. You know the rules. And so do I. We start on the drop. Yes, I'm still freaking out. Yes, we got a lot to talk about. Yes, it's 3:30 in the morning. No, I do not care. We're here. Sumeru. ALHAITHAM. Genshin Impact version of playable Sue. Bro! Hello! What sanity? Sanity? What? Documentary, welcome back to the fam. Congrats on the 4 months. Alright, we started the drop. How we doing? How we doing? Hey, yo, chat, we got a lot to talk about. Sumeru. Hey, yo, it's happening. Bro, fam, yo, listen, oh my lord. It's 2022. We're here. Sumeru teaser 3. It happened, bro. That trailer. Can you believe there was a time? There was a time when Genshin Impact first came out, where I said there were 2 regions. Or 3 regions that I was most excited for. Inazuma, Sumeru, and Natlan. Those were the 3. And I said, no region will top my overall excitement than those 3 regions. Now, when I saw the TEYVAT chapter trailer story thing that came out on the release of Genshin Impact, and I saw CYNO representing the Sumeru nation as the iconic character, I remember saying at that point, this is it. This is it. This is the character. From the moment I laid eyes on CYNO, I was like, this is the iconic character that I'm just gonna go all in on. That I'm gonna go C6. 100%. I remember saying that when I first run Genshin Impact. I remember saying that. Fast forward. It is now July 29th, 3:30 in the morning over here in Austin, Texas. And well, ALHAITHAM. Or I guess fast forward back, Honkai Impact 3rd, Sue. Fast forward, ALHAITHAM, Genshin alternate reality / alternate version, Genshin XP, whatever you want to call it, okay? But listen, Genshin Impact Sumeru teaser has revealed ALHAITHAM, bro. Island told me, Island XC is a phenomenal YouTuber, go subscribe to him. Island told me, he was like, bro, you need to save your money. You need to start budgeting really tight because Sumeru is going to drain both of our wallets really badly. And I'm like, why? He's like, I saw stuff that I wasn't supposed to see and I'm mad about it. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. He's like, yeah, but what I can tell you is no character is going to get you this excited. Save your money. You're gonna want a guaranteed C6. I'm like, bro, guaranteed C6 is like it's like $2,000+. He's like, I said what I said. Save your damn money. You're going to need it. Trust me. I'm like, bro, so we're getting it out of the way. Yes, it's not Sue. It's a different character, okay? We got to respect the name. ALHAITHAM. Different name, different person. But, listen, copium, all right? I am not going to have a playable Sue, so this is the next best thing, and this is what I was asking for. Genshin was my only hope of having a playable Sue. It is one of my favorite characters in Honkai Impact 3rd. All I know is that it doesn't matter if it's the same character. It doesn't matter if it's the same personality. That's not what I care about. What I care about is that this is Genshin's alternate version of it. And the reason why that's a big deal is anytime it's an iconic design that they're reusing from a previous game, they usually have a big bias towards that character. That's what I want. That's the sauce right there. You know what I'm saying? Dude, that's yeah, guys, refresh the page if you're lagging. Sorry about that. But yeah, guys, like that's the sauce, bro. That's the secret sauce right there. Like, oh man, I'm so excited. It's fantastic. Guys, refresh the stream, let them know to refresh. Gotta let them know, because they probably don't. They probably don't see it. They probably don't see it. But yeah, dude, ALHAITHAM. We're here. We're freaking here. By the way, I've already seen this. Teaser 3. It's already been seen. Oh. Do y'all see what I see? Hello? Number 10 trending for gaming. And this has only been out for like 3 hours. Oh, bro, this is going to break the internet. This is a Fatui teaser 2.0. By the way, real quick, I've already seen teaser 3. I've already seen it. The reaction is on the YouTube channel. Go check it out if you want, and you can kind of come back, or you can join in on VOD Squad. We're going to discuss about this. Let's play this real quick, dude. Pause. Who cares? Sumeru region. Cool. Awesome. I'm excited for it. Yes. Okay. Now let's go to ALHAITHAM. Okay. Bro, he looks so good. Oh my lord. Yo, he looks fantastic. Kiara, welcome to the fam. Thanks for becoming a member. Congrats on the emotes. Dude, are you seeing the drip on this man? Bro, oh my lord. I can't believe we got a Sue XP, bro. Like, it was kind of obvious that we were gonna get it, but like, it's a one thing to like assume. It's another thing to get the confirmation. You know what I mean? It's one thing to assume you're going to get something. It's another thing to get the confirmation, bro. I am over the moon that this has happened. This is going to, like, they have to mess this character up so badly in the kit for me not to want to see C6's character. This is probably going to be my #1 favorite character in the game. Probably. This will become like he will be going for the Kazuha throne. You know? He says budgeting with the $1,600 gacha war soon. You know? Ma'am, Your Highness, my queen. Good lord, bro. Oh my. Listen, I'm not. Look, all right. Hear me out. Listen. It's my Spanish genetics kicking in. We're a romantic culture, okay? And I'm not gonna lie. Good lord, bro. Oh my. This region, and we have CYNO, 𝙃𝙬, and ALHAITHAM are in the same region. Why? That's illegal.
雇佣兵以西亚，
Good heavenly lord.
还有独辟蹊径，在须弥这样的智慧与理性的国度追求艺术
Don't get me wrong.
和
Is
舞蹈。
this is I'm assuming this is Nilao? Someone was saying, bro. Don't get me wrong. She's a beauty. She really is. She really is. But damn, I got an eyelash in my eye from freaking out, dude. Like.
还有独辟蹊径，在须弥这样的智慧与理性的国度追求艺术和舞
She's
蹈。
a beauty. She is a beauty.
而随着旅行
100%.
的继续，
But, bro, it's the stance. It's the warrior, independent, like queen boss lady stance. You know, like that's what does it for me,
西
man.
亚，还有独辟蹊径，在须弥这样的智慧与理性的国度追求艺术和舞蹈。而
Like,
随着旅行的继续，
also,
神秘少女
also, I know I'm like hung up on Sue because he's one of my favorite characters. Who would have thunk? Who would have thought? I mean, I kind of expected it, but I didn't think it would happen in Sumeru. I'm not gonna lie. I was kind of expecting like Fontaine. I was expecting Fontaine. Teresa XP. Teresa is a lookalike character of Kusanali. I'm assuming this is Kusanali, right? I'm assuming.
达西达，还有
Lesser Lord Kusanali.
行的继续，
Just based
神秘
off
少
of
女
everything we literally know so
达
far,
西达，
this is probably 100% Kusanali. If this isn't Kusanali,
派的
it's freaking ALHAITHAM. That's Kusanali. All right? It's one of the two. Do I know? I got no damn idea.
艾尔海森，
But I promise you it's one of the two. The only reason why I think ALHAITHAM could be it, though, is the green eyes. I'm assuming. Now, I'm not caught up with the island, the summer event, like story quest, so I don't know if like anything was revealed then. But I'm assuming it's one of the two.
艾尔
Assumedly.
海森，
I want to know what's up with the green gem in his chest, because that's protruding from his chest and not his, like, I mean, maybe it's a necklace? I don't think that's a necklace. That looks like it's kind of sticking out of his chest, dude.
此外，
Most likely.
其他各方势
I
力的
think. Maybe.
出身较令人
Possibly.
知。
Bro, how is Sue XB? I gotta stop saying that. That's rude to him. ALHAITHAM. Respect the name. How would he not be? You know? I don't know. We'll see. Breathe, dude. I'm going crazy. I'm
此外
going， crazy.
其他
dude.
各方
Island, are you in the chat? Bro, what are we gonna do? Oh. They got us good. They got us good, bro. They got us good. Go subscribe to Island XD. He's in the chat. They got us so damn good. They literally, bro, Hoyoverse was like, oh, Island XD playing other games. Fascinating. Oh, Dreamers playing other games. Fascinating. What if we just killed two birds with one stone? We just got them together and we drained both of their wallets. What's that? Oh, Island XD doesn't spend that much money on gacha. We'll change that. What's a character that he likes from another game? Oh, he's a big Teresa fan. Huh, that's crazy. That's crazy. Don't we own the IP on Teresa? That's why. That's insane. Didn't we do like a whole like Genshin XP of like Raiden May as Raiden 8? That's crazy. That's insane. What if we just did that for Teresa? Oh, what if we did that for Sue? Isn't didn't that UD guy, the super loud obnoxious dude, didn't he do like a whole manga reading stream for like Sue's manga and like literally had like a whole 2-hour discussion after he was done reading about it because the dude wouldn't like shut up and wouldn't stop geeking out about it? What if we just made a lookalike in Genshin? We had both of their wallets just fly open. You know, into the savings, you know, bro.
比如作为沙漠子，隶属
Oh
镀金旅团的雇
man,
佣兵西
dude.
亚，
And then they were like, oh, hey, parcero, ¿cómo estás? Hey, mire, escuche, hermano. Hey, Dieguito. Hey, Unreal Dreamer. Hey, hermano. Hey, es uno hispano, ¿sí o no? Hey. Tenemos muchas personas hermosas en Sumeru, ¿ok? Muchas personas hermosas. But have you met Dea?
还有独辟蹊
Have you
径，
met
在
Dea,
须
bro?
弥这样的智
Oh
慧
Lord.
主镀金旅，
Oh heavenly. My Spanish is showing. Sorry. Oh, bro. Keep it PG. No, that was fully PG. That was fully PG. But listen, I'm not gonna lie. Bro, Daya? Is it Daya? Okay, Daya. Sorry. Hey, if I butcher the names, make sure y'all keep correcting me so it gets drilled in my head how to say it properly. Damn. Dude. Good lord, man. Good lord. Dude.
神秘少女纳西达，
Oh
还有大风机
man.
关
Wow,
赛诺
she's
的角色
Persian?
也
I
会
thought she
一
was Sumeran. What? The name of the region is Persia? That's crazy.
次登场。
That's wild.
至此为
That's
止，
wild.
旅
That's
行者
wild. Bro.
还有
Damn.
独辟蹊径，在须弥这样的智慧与理性的国度，
Is it
追求艺术和舞蹈。 而随着旅行的
Maybe?
继续，
Possibly? I'm butchering these names. I'm so sorry. Please continue to correct me so I can like get it drilled in my
以
head.
这样的智慧与理性的国度，追求艺
Also a beauty. Don't get me wrong. I'm just heavily biased.
术和
Okay?
舞蹈。
I'm just heavily biased.
而
We
随
all
着
have
旅
our
行的
preference.
继续，
Nilo,
神秘少女
Nilu,
纳西达
Nilu,
还有大风
Nilu.
机关赛诺
Got
的
it.
角色也会。
Then there's CYNO. And then there's CYNO. And then there's CYNO. Bro, they put in CYNO, ALHAITHAM, 𝙃𝙖𝙬, all in the same region. Like,
会
and
依
he's
次登场。
silent.
至此为止，旅行者的脚步终于将要抵达须弥。不论是沿途的风景、风土人情，还是身边的旅伴，都将会是全新的体验。
What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do, man? Kick W, boss. I mean, she's not Spanish. No. I wasn't saying she's Spanish. I'm saying my Spanish genes are turning on. Does that make sense? Like my Spanish is kicking it. I wasn't saying she's Spanish. I don't assume the cultures of people unless I'm just directly asking chat. That's not what I was saying. But dude, like
我们衷心希望
I told myself when I joined Genshin Impact, CYNO was going to be one of my favorite characters. If you were here from like the Twitch days when we were streaming on Twitch, I said, yo, when CYNO comes out, he's going to be one of my first C6 characters. Now, granted, this is when Genshin Impact came out. This was before Kazuha came, and then Kazuha came, and I was like, all right, he's a guaranteed C6, right? CYNO, I always said he was going to be C6, but bro, ALHAITHAM? Oh, dude.
至此为止，旅行者的脚步终于将要抵达须弥。不论是沿途的风景、风土人情，还是身边的旅伴，都将会是全新的体验。我们衷心希望可以带。
Okay, now let's talk about Sumeru. Let's. Well, actually, before I even get into it, guys, hold on. Let me throw a poll. I'm kind of curious. I want to know where you guys are at. ALHAITHAM, Nilo, hold on. Where is? And then CYNO. We're throwing a poll. Fam, let's get it. What do we got? What do we got, fam? Hold on. Let me go through the pan real quick. Or Tinari. I forgot about Tinari. That's biased. Hey, that's rude. My boy. Bro, Tinari's in the same region? Damn. And bro, he's gonna be like a Dendro, like either a long swordsman or an archer. One of the two. Did they announce what he was gonna be yet? If it's leaks, I don't want to know. If it's leaks, I don't want to know. Hold on. How do I say Tinari? Is it Tinari? Dignari? That's my Spanish kicking in. Is it I'm assuming I'm probably even like saying it wrong. Bro, and then there's oh no. Not the daughter COLLEI, bro. We gotta have the Amber COLLEI reunion, dude. Dude. Oh. I forgot. Dude. Is it COLLEI? COLLEI. Even more wild anxiety, bro. Oh, dude. Okay. And then we have ALHAITHAM. And then we have Nilo. And then we have... Oh, wait. Can I only do 4 options? What? Skamaz. I can only do 4 options? What do you mean? What do you mean? Okay, well, if that's the case, let's go just based off of this trailer. Just off of this trailer, which of the 4? Ah, but then we gotta get what is her name? Bro, if she's not Kusanali, hold on. Or he's not Kusanali, it's one of the two. Look at the eyes. Well, I guess Hu Tao has weird looking eyes too. But besides the point, look at the eyes, dude. It's got to be one of the two, assumedly. Oh no, it's definitely her. It's 100% her. She's got the colored. Wait, no. But so does he. I think. Does he? Does he have a colored highlight on his hair? No, he doesn't. He doesn't. So it's got to be her. Every Archon so far has a colored highlight in their hair. True, Kusanali is a female. Very good point. Okay, so it's got to be her. Definitely her. 100%. Has to be it. Look at the smugness. Look at the smugness. Think about Teresa and Honkai. No spoilers, okay? But just think about Teresa. If you know, you know. It's her. 100%. Mysterious girl. Come on, bro. Come on. A mysterious girl. Whoa. Mystery. Yeah, bro. 100%. Nahida. 1000%. 1000%. The General Mahamat. I want to say that correctly, but I know I'm saying that wrong. Mahamatra? I don't know. CYNO and other characters will also appear in turn.
至此为止，旅行者的脚步终于将要抵达须弥。不论是沿途的风景、风土人情，还是身边的旅伴，都将会是全新的体验。
是。
我们衷心希望可以带给大家一场值得期待的冒险。
I haven't played the GAA story just yet. We're gonna do that. Hopefully Saturday is the plan. Hopefully that's the plan. We should be able to do it then, but I'm not sure. We'll have to see. We'll have to see.
须弥是崇尚智慧的活动。
You didn't begin the new Golden Apple Archipelago event, right? I haven't. Not yet. But we will be doing that on stream. 100%. Not this stream, but we'll be doing it soon. We'll be doing it soon. Hey, you do. When is the manga stream? Right now, I gotta prioritize the Archipelago event because I hear it's super long. There's a lot of content we gotta knock out. So I'm gonna prioritize that over the Genshin manga. I want to talk about this for a second too. But the priority is the Archipelago Islands event. And then after we knock that out, Genshin-wise, not channel-wise, but Genshin-wise, if nothing else pops up, ideally, I do want to do Kazuha's story quest and then Genshin Impact manga. Ideally, if nothing else pops up, assumedly, this should be the last patch, I think, before Sumeru. I think. Maybe. I'm pretty confident. Just based off of the way 1.0 was, and then it went to 2.0, I'm expecting like the same like pattern for the most part. So, yeah. We'll see. I want to talk about this because I want your guys' take.
正如到期篇中八重神子所提供的情报，知识在须弥是作为一种资源来被管理。 而用来实现这一点的是由神之心所运作的，由前代草。
Mahamatra is an officer rank established by Indian Emperor Ashoka. And it's typically an officer rank, correct? Interesting. Vinyas, thanks for the super, by the way. Gloria, thank you for the 7 super as well. My theory is that this video shows all the 5 stars for the region. Oh.
资源来被管理。 而用来实现这一点是由神之心所运作的，由前代草神大慈树王所留下的遗产，名为虚空。
That makes sense because they called him a general, but I guess he's more on like the officer general side, maybe not the military. Nah, he does look like he's a military general though. I do want to talk about this real quick. Knowledge in Sumeru is managed as a resource.
管理，而用来实现这一点的是由神之心所运作的，由前代。
Through a Gnosis-powered legacy. I don't know if this is implying that this is a trait or a skill that the current Archon is employing to keep the system active, or since the word legacy usually means, like, you know, its legacy, that perhaps this isn't currently being active and this was done, as it says right here, left by the previous Dendro Archon, the Greater Lord. So, like, once you enact it, you don't need to, like, keep it active. Maybe, perhaps, perchance, I don't know. But this kind of confirms that Gnosis, or Nosai, would it be Nosai for plural, have the ability to change the laws of TEYVAT, ideally.
留下的遗产，名为虚空的系统。还有一个很有趣的点是，在须弥，大部分的人们，尤其是成年人。
This is disturbing. Disturbing. Like, it's like attached to them. To suppress dreams? 𝙃𝙖𝙪𝙧 means goddess of trees. I'm butchering that, I'm sorry. Goddess of trees. Interesting. AirPods. Oh, man, you're so dumb. AirPods. Some nice AirPods, man.
由前代草神大紫树王所留下的遗产，名为虚空的系统。
That's a really good point. That could be the reason why they can't dream.
还有一个很有趣的点是，在须弥，大部分的人们，尤其是成年人，似乎都是不会做梦的。
I like how it says especially adults. As if to say that there are children that aren't capable of dreaming. Is this because of their obsession with knowledge? I wonder if this has to go with Piero saying, and also in the TEYVAT trailer saying that Sumeru and its knowledge and sages act in folly. Is it because they don't dream? We know dreams are very important to the lore, especially after the whole Inazuma establishing the difference between ambitions, which we know is heavily correlated to visions, and dreams, which we don't, as far as I'm aware, we don't have like a direct, like, vice versa example of the way ambitions are connected to visions, as far as I'm aware, right? I wonder if the AHHH system is connected to the tree Dottore burned in the Fatui trailer. Ooh. And maybe that's why he did it as an act of blasphemy? Maybe?
做梦的，所以也有了须弥人不会做梦这样的说法，而当地人也会认为。
Does it have something to do with how COLLEI dreamed of the Fatui? Bro.
为这是一种理性与智慧的象征，而非常自豪。
须弥森林恰到好处的湿度和土壤，非常适合训练。
Well, you kind of blew my mind with that. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't put two and two together. She did dream. She had that vision, right? We don't know if it was like a present day vision or if it was like she was predicting it. Like, we don't know where that takes place is the only thing. But
繁衍，为了增加繁衍和保护菌群的能力，菌类发生了进化，形成了一个全新的物种——驯兽。
Colonel with the super, in other words, knowledgeable are virgin, the ignorant are poor. Imagine if the rich hoard knowledge away from others to keep their wealth all for themselves. That'd be messed up. Yeah, you're not wrong. Vinyas, thanks for the super. There's a world quest in Sumeru Isles which talks about certain technologies in Sumeru, which I won't spoil. But that technology might be the AHHH system. Fascinating. Okay, I usually defend Genshin on a lot of different aspects, or I will praise it on a lot of different aspects. I like to be fair. I will say when something is good. I will say when something's bad. Look, hot take. I heard some content creators were getting canceled for saying this as well. So, I mean, like, cancel me, I guess. I do think it's very dumb that the Sumeru Isles event is limited. Because apparently, according to a lot of people, it's actually very lore relevant. Very, very lore relevant. And that's just like, why? Why? Like Itadori Festival was limited, if I'm not mistaken, right? Bro. that festival gave so much context to the lore behind Scaramouche and the Kaedahara clan. Which, if I'm not mistaken, I haven't played the new Kazuha quest, but according to people, it's a very Kaedahara clan focused story quest, which you would be missing some of the extra context if you didn't do Iridori Festival. That's weird. I just, yeah, that just doesn't make any sense. Like, sure, okay, you can argue that, like, to be phone friendly for storage, but there's nothing phone friendly about current Genshin Impact. We've already crossed the line of what's phone friendly in storage. You might as well just triple down, you know? Or, here's a solution. Keep the events limited. Sure. 100%. Keep them limited, save on storage. Okay. So add an archive system to where we can replay old stories that we missed, and it just plays out like a movie. So for the people that want to catch up to the lore and missed out on, oh, I don't know, the 2 albedo events that were both limited and happened to be one right after another, they can still see it without it taking up as much memory of having that whole quest line. You know what I mean? And have it so that the archive system is a downloadable DLC, so you don't have access to the Summer Isles, right? If you're really that picky about, you know, having the storage, you know, overloading a lot of phones, which, like, that's totally understandable, kinda. But make it so that the archive system is also DLC packs, so you can kind of opt out of that, you know? But I don't know. We'll see. I do hope they come up with a solution. Hopefully. I think the only reason they haven't done it is because it's not easy to implement technically. Just look at open world events in Honkai. You can't replay them either. But just have key moments be replayable. Like, that's totally doable. It is. There's a lot of open world games that I'll give you one. Final Fantasy XIV. Open world MMO has one of the biggest, most expansive stories in gaming history. And they have it so that you can go to a book and replay every key cutscene that gives you the context necessary for the story. And it's just this little book in an office that you can kind of go to, and it literally has everything organized by categories. Do the same thing. There's already examples of other games that are able to do it. Like, 100%, that's doable. And make it so that that's opt-in. You don't got to make it required that everyone has to download that to save space, but make it opt-in. Totally doable. 100%. 100%. Adrian, thank you for the 5 gifted YouTube memberships, dude. Can we get a huge cheers in the chat for Adrian? We might have lagged there. Refresh if we do lag. Dude, I appreciate it. Holy smokes! Sorry, I was going into the lore there for a second, man. Holy heck! Yeah, and in Final Fantasy XIV, they also have a new game plus to where you can do like a mini instance of an old story quest that happened. So, yeah, I do think it's possible. But I will say, in Genshin's defense, I got to play both sides, devil's advocate, right? Players are constantly asking for what's the next new content, right? So, I mean, I guess we could say, since we ask so much about when's the next thing, we can't also ask about when they're going to implement an archive system. But they make a lot of money, so I like to just say that, I mean, they could do it. They just need the time to hire the staff. Hopefully. We'll see. Hopefully. Hoyo could create better compression systems for the game. At least let us delete audio assets from old quests. Really, because audio is usually the highest resource. This is gonna sound really dumb, but I actually didn't know that. I actually expected, like, graphics and models to be one of the highest resources. Fascinating. Just gonna put it here. Commented on your recent Sumeru teaser video about pronunciation, and I hope you can take a read at it. Thanks. I appreciate it. And guys, real quick, I'm gonna continue to butcher the names, not intentionally. It's gonna take me some time to get used to it. It's a different culture than what I'm used to, and yeah, bro, like, I speak fluent English and Spanish, and I still butcher Hispanic names and English names to this day. But it's important for me, at least personally, as I come from a culture that's very name, pride, focus in Spanish culture. Let me know when I mess it up. Like, just repeat and be like, yo, like, it's pronounced this. It's not annoying. I will let you know if it ever gets annoying, but it actually helps me. It drills into my head like how to pronounce it, because it takes a while for it to stick. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not the brightest tool in the shed. So, yeah. Yeah, I can't even imagine the nutty schedules the developers deal with, bro. They're on a tight schedule, man. They like, on a real note, they do pump out a lot of content very fast. Granted, they should be focusing on more like better gameplay loops. That way, it can hold us off until the new content comes out, like permanent content, game modes. But still, I to their defense, they do work very hard. They work extremely hard. Extremely hard. You might as well react to teaser 2. I've reacted to teaser 2. I have it recorded. I gotta upload it. I'm thinking about uploading it not tomorrow, but the day after. I haven't decided, or maybe I upload it like right after I end stream. Maybe. Possibly. I have seen it though, and I freaked out with the desert. That was kind of crazy. I do gotta upload that. This just took priority because I saw Terry on the, or not Terry, but Genshin XP. What is it? Was it Kunita? Nihado? I don't even remember, bro. I'm blanking. Hold on. Wait a second. I'm an airhead. Nahida. There you go. Nahida. That's what it is. I saw Nahida on the thumbnail. I was like, bro, Terry Genshin XP. Let's go. Yo! Adrian with the 5 gifted again, my dude. Thank you. Cheers. Oh man, let's go. Dude, thank you. Guys, huge cheers in the chat. And please give a big thank you round of big cheers to Adrian if you got a gifted membership. Pretty please. Okay, we're gonna need, we do need to talk. We gotta talk. Hey, listen, there's a lot of new Genshin characters that came out. Obviously, ALHAITHAM, CYNO. I don't know how big I'm gonna be into CYNO. I still think I'm gonna see 𝙃𝙬, maybe, possibly. We gotta see. ALHAITHAM, dude. We gotta get an ALHAITHAM emote. 100%. 100%. Like, that's gotta get done. We're gonna have to do a stream where we like decide what emotes is gonna come in, because we've grown a lot since the last time we did it, which is, you know, Sumeru literally has earpieces, AirPods. Keck W, dude. Keck W. Any reaction on the giant room machine, bro? I will say, wasn't it weird how they kept talking about how they essentially went, what sort of mystery and connection is there between the giant robot in the desert and the giant robot in the rainforest? That was like them essentially being like, nudge, nudge. Hey, by the way, there is a connection between the two. I wonder what it is. I actually don't know what it is, but it is weird how they look almost exactly the same, if not exactly the same. And one of them is in a very dead area, the desert, right? And the other one is in a flourishing area. And then you have the pyramid that's upside down that looks like it's sucking the life essence out of the land. But I mean, that's a whole other story. Maybe it's not the life essence of the land. Maybe it's just, I don't know. It was weird looking. I will say, pyramid. The pyramid of Sumeru was inverted. Upside down. Just like how Enkanomiya, when you pop in, is inverted. Just like the Conrian civilizations that we found in the chasm. Just like that statue that the Abyss Order was trying to flip over. Weird. Very weird. Very weird. Lancer, thank you for the supers. Appreciate it. Thank you. Oh, man. Did you see CYNO's vision? Is it there? Oh, I didn't even catch that. Wait, what? Hold on. He's Electro. Oh, wait, that's actually kind of sick. Wait, is this a sign? What if this is it? CYNO is the revival. I mean, it wasn't dead. It saw, you know, some love in Inazuma with Raiden, Shogun, and Sarah, kinda. But what if with the new Dendro reaction and Electro, CYNO is gonna come in and like skyrocket Electro to greatness. You know? Maybe. The dude is definitely a polearm user. There's no way that he's got a polearm and he's not a polearm user, but I mean, we've been surprised before. So we have a catalyst user that uses his fist. For all we know, he's a polearm user, but when he fights, he just like waves twice, and then he sticks it in the ground, and then he like fist punches. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows, right? Oh, man. Interesting. Did you see ALHAITHAM's vision? Did it show? I didn't even check. I imagine he's Dendro with his aesthetic, but we have been fooled before with like Kazuha, right? Oh, I see it. Dendro. Okay, sick. Awesome. That makes me happy. For the love of everything holy, make him a DPS or a super like sub DPS support. And make him have either a polearm or a long sword. Or a normal sword. Pretty please. Pretty please. Don't make him be a Claymore user. I mean, like, I'll still be excited for him. And I love Claymore users, but I don't think it fits his aesthetic. I don't think so. Personally. We'll see. We'll see. Now I'm curious. Hold on. Did we see Deas? Pyro. I'm just, you know. I'm just saying, you know, they say Pyro users are very passionate. You know what I mean? Just kind of throwing that out there. You know, that's crazy. You know, the running joke with Spanish culture is we tend to be very passionate, you know, culture too. So I guess we're both very passionate people. Anyway, sorry. Yeah, Nilo. So, anyways. Hydro? Question mark? Maybe. Is that a Hydro? I can't tell if that's a vision or not. Okay, it's not a vision because she has one here as well. But I'm assuming she's Hydro. I see water everywhere. Am I blanking? Does anyone? She is a beauty. The more I look at her, I'm like, wow, beauty. Nilo. Is it Nilo? Nilo. I thought it was Nilao. Nilo. Okay, got it. Bottom left. Bottom. I'm not seeing it. Am I going crazy? Maybe. Possibly. Nilo and Stitch. Oh my lord, dude. Oh my lord. It's not visible. It's not visible, right? I thought I was. This could be it, and I'm kind of seeing like a blue there. I'm assuming it's Hydro. It would make sense, just to like complement where the rest of everybody is at. There's no way this isn't. Oh. I just realized she has pointy ears. Huh. Alice? No, I'm kidding. Imagine. Bro, that'd be the biggest plot twist ever. Dude, imagine one day she's like, oh yeah, by the way, I'm also, I know we just met, but I forgot to tell you, I've known about you before. I was Alice this entire time. And she tells us this like 10 patches later, dude. Imagine like Nani. Yo, that would be mad funny, man. I'm just saying that because she has the pointy ears like Cleve. So I have noticed, based off of the dev teaser before this, they said that they're going for a very fantasy feel for Sumeru. And I did notice a lot of fantasy elven inspired type of architecture you would see in like World of Warcraft or like FFXIV or like, you know, Lord of the Ring novels or you know, Elder Token, like. So I'm assuming there is like possibly a prolific race of it here in Sumeru. Possibly.
继续，神秘少女纳西达，还有大风纪官赛诺等角色也会依次登场。
It's so interesting how diverse. Ooh, I like this region a lot. I like this region a lot. I didn't get a good look at it actually. This is really nice. There's a lot of verticality here. Huh.
赛诺等角色也会依次登场。
CYNO do be styling, man. CYNO looks good, dude. Good. Is she related to COLLEI and Alice? I mean, maybe like a distant cousin or ancestor. Who knows? If she's Kusanali, I imagine she's an ancestor. Well, no, maybe Alice is older.
须弥是崇尚智慧的国度。
Maybe. Possibly. Huh. Kusanali being Alice would be the biggest plot twist. The Vegeta and Bulma being Trunks' parents. Dude, that is funny, man. What element do you think CYNO will have? It's already confirmed. He's Electro. We can see his vision right here. Right there, which is exciting. I think that's pretty cool. Hopefully CYNO comes out before ALHAITHAM or after ALHAITHAM. Preferably after, because I just want ALHAITHAM as soon as possible. Granted, that's gonna hurt my wallet, so maybe having some time would be good. But since ALHAITHAM is Dendro and CYNO is Electro, I'm hoping there's some synergy there. Because I would love to have both of them there on the same team. That would be sick. That would be awesome. Hopefully. That would be really cool. At first, I was interested in Tignari. I gotta learn how to say it. But after seeing him in Game Man, he looks so adorable. I'm actually excited to see his gameplay. I like his design a lot. I know a lot of people don't. I personally like it just because of how different it is. It's something completely different than the aesthetics we've had before. I'm a big fan of that. Is it Dinati? No GH? GH is silent? Or Tinari? Tenari? I'm getting like 3 different pronunciations. You got Tenari, Tinari, and Dinati. Nah, it's Terry. That's facts. No. Oh, man. So we have Chocobos in the game. Yes. If this is just a wild animal and it's not a monster that we can fight, I'm gonna be heavily disappointed. Just saying. Just putting that out there. Isn't it weird how monsters are affected by the shrooms too? Like it just grows on them. Naturally.
在须弥，我们还会遇见一个新的势力——镀金旅团。
Tainari, maybe. Tainari, but the GH is like, Tainari? Maybe. I gotta find someone that's actually cultured about it to like teach me, you know? Tainari is wrong. It's an Arabian name. Well, I understand that it could be an Arabian name, but I still don't know how to pronounce it. I'm not sure. We'll see. We'll figure it out. As a community, we'll eventually get there. We had someone that came forth and became a hero. Ying, phenomenal content creator. Go subscribe to her. Good recent friend as well. That came forward and helped with a lot of leeway pronunciations, but we haven't got anyone for Sumeru yet. Granted, Sumeru is not out just yet. I hope more people step forward to help out with the pronunciations that we're going to get in Sumeru. Because it looks like Sumeru is just going to be like this melting pot of a variety of different cultures. It doesn't look like it's going to be just like 1 to 3, the way that like Inazuma was inspired by like clearly Japanese culture, right? One thing that I do think is important for us as a community to be aware, hyper aware of, is they already clearly said Sumeru has a big focus on fantasy, a huge focus. And as far as I'm aware, we haven't heard them say anything like that with Inazuma. So that means to say we should expect some big departures from the culture that we could see inspiration of. And you can kind of see this with like the Egyptian desert-like areas with the pyramids having like a futuristic sci-fi Destiny like tech architecture aesthetic to it that you typically wouldn't see in like, you know, classic ancient Egyptian mythos. So important that we understand things are going to be different, and like it's a video game. That makes sense. It's a fantasy game.
在须弥是作为一种资源来被管理，而用来实现这一点的是由神之心所运作的，由前代草人大司
This could be one of our very first archons that we come across that actually like might still have a connection
还有一个很有
with
趣
their
的点是，
gnosis.
在须弥，
Potentially.
大部分的人们，尤其是成年人，似乎都是不会做梦的。
No, they mentioned finding a good balance between exoticism, fantasy, and realism. Yes, but exoticism and fantasy are 2 of the 3 categories. That already is leaning heavily away from realism, you know? It sounds like they want exoticism and fantasy, and then just sprinkled of realism inside, you know? Which means we should expect big departures, just like... I already forgot her name. I'm gonna have to remember this lady's name. Hold on, wait a second. Is it Nido?
神秘少女纳西达
Nahida. I don't know, where did Nido come from? Like Nahida, for example, has really long elfish ears. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. As far as I'm aware, there is not a current culture in currently that, you know, has long elfish ears. But if there is one, please let me know. I would love to meet him. 100%.
还有大风纪官赛诺等角色也会依此登场。至此为止，旅行者的脚步终于将要抵达须弥。不论是沿途的风景、风土人情，还是身边的旅伴，都将会是全新的体验。
Okay,
我们
fam,
衷
what are
心
your
希望
thoughts?
可以带给大家一场
What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts? Probably not elf, but fairy could be fairy. That's also a really good point too. Especially with like the nature vibe of Sumeru. I could see that. I could see that. What do we think the story is gonna go? I want to know why there seems to be like this heavy bias between what seems to be a dying land, and they kind of like foreshadowed that in the previous teaser, and a very flourishing land in Sumeru. Like, why is it such a heavy contrast? We know that the Dendro Archon is blessing a lot of the lands in Sumeru, which is why it's flourishing. My only question is, why is it picking and choosing? Right? It sounds very Celestia-like almost. Celestia tends to pick which civilizations stay and which ones, you know, go. So, yeah, I'm curious. Very, very, very curious. Have you read of Kusanali in IRL mythology? I have. Me and Island, like, I'm not, it's not at the top of my head, I gotta like brush up on it, but me and him like obsessively, dude, we like crackpot theory. Island, I won't watch the full video, and I promise to link your video in the chat. But I do want to watch just a bit so people can... I want to see how, like where this stands. There was a crackpot theory that Islands kind of like went big into, and I talked to him a lot. He bounces off a lot of his theories off of me in Discord calls, just so that he can kind of get like an idea of where he wants to take all his crackpot theories that he comes up with. I come up with a few, but it's good to have like feedback, and he makes sure to like kind of go around and get feedback from a lot of different people. But I do want to watch some of this. I'm not going to watch all of it. If you want to watch the full video, you guys can see it on your own. I don't like to steal content from, a tough video like this. So I'll share it in the chat.
The Lesser Lord Kusanali, as the game suggests.
Oh, man, that. Woo.
In this video, I will theorize on who the real Dendro.
He's so good at making videos. He is so good at making videos.
In this video, I will theorize on who the real Dendro Archon is. Is it simply the Lesser Lord Kusanali, as the game suggests? The answer is yes and no. If I told you that Sumeru had been lying for over 5 centuries, would you believe me? A secret so massive that confused the players, the characters, and even the translators. I will dive into the original translations, uncover the hints within artifacts and weapons, and describe the characters that MiHoYo created to foreshadow the events in Sumeru.
Bro, his videos are so high quality, it's insane.
Lord Kusanali. So who is the real Dendro Archon? Is it the Lesser Lord Kusanali? The simple answer is yes. At the end of the Inazuma Archon quest, many different translations of the game signifies that the Lesser Lord Kusanali is the god of flower, who is associated with Sumeru. Daneslave calling the Dendro Archon the god of wisdom also supports the naming convention of the Archons. Venti being the god of wind and freedom, Zhongli as the god of rock and contracts, Raiden Shogun known as the god of lightning and eternity, and Kusanali, the god of flower and wisdom. However, once we start diving into the details of Kusanali, things become fascinating. In the Pali dictionary, Kusa means a fragrant grass, and Nali is described as a hollow stalk. This information alone
fragrant grass and a hollow stalk
doesn't give us much to work with until we look at the Jataka tales of Kusanali, found in the collection of stories entailing the previous life of Buddha. In his previous life, the Buddha was born as a lowly grass fairy, living in a humble clump of grass. A certain king who needed a new pillar.
I remember me and you talking about this all night, bro. Oh, we went back and forth on this discussion for like 7 hours, like over 2 separate calls in the same day. Oh, so weird to see it in a video, dude. Holy hell.
For his home, ordered carpenters to cut down a sacred tree. This sacred tree was the home of a tree fairy that the king knew and respected. Hearing the cry of the tree fairy, the lowly grass fairy comes to its aid and transforms itself into a chameleon, covering the entire tree to make it appear hollow and rotten, deceiving the carpenters that were sent by the king. It is my belief that this story outlines the entire concept of the Dendro Archon.
Hollow stalk. Hollow stalk. Huh. As in,
home of a tree fairy that the king knew and respected.
This all sounds very familiar to what we just learned in the Sumeru teasers.
Hearing the cry of the tree fairy.
So Dotoy destroyed a false tree? Perhaps?
The lowly grass fairy comes to its aid and
By the way, he made this video. Hold on. Last year. This was a year ago, just from the little lore that we had. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that weird how this story lines up with that?
Previous life of Buddha. In his previous life, the Buddha was born as a lowly grass fairy, living in a humble clump of grass. A certain king who needed a new pillar for his home ordered carpenters to cut down a sacred tree. This sacred tree was the home of a tree fairy that the king knew and respected. Hearing the cry of the tree fairy, the lowly grass fairy comes to its aid and transforms itself into a chameleon, covering the entire tree to make it appear hollow and rotten, deceiving the carpenters that were sent by the king. It is my belief that this story outlines the entire concept of the Dendro Archon. Now, besides the name of Kusanali, the gender of this god is also a topic of confusion. Thankfully, Yaemiko makes it quite clear for us at the end of the Inazuma Archon quest. In many different translations, Kusanali is referred to having a female vessel, and in the Korean and Japanese translation, going far as to give the name Kusanali Devi. literally meaning a queen. With
Now, if I'm not mistaken, he actually got this wrong. Devi doesn't mean queen. I could be wrong on that, don't quote me on it, but I remember him talking to me that he got this part wrong. That he actually, like, his translation that he got was different from the accurate translation. So take this with a heavy grain of salt.
familiar, the story
Yeah, Devi means goddess. Yeah.
of Veridescent the Greek finally have some clues to work with.
But basically a position of high authority.
A certain queen that was associated with a specific tree, living within the greenery of the fragrant grass, coming
So replace queen with goddess every time we hear it.
to aid a certain individual upon hearing their cry. Does this sound familiar? The story of Veridescent Venera. It is my speculation that the Lesser Lord Kusanali, or the Lowly Grass Fairy, is the Veridescent Venera. If we break down the story behind this character, we begin to see many similarities. The Veridescent Venera was known as the Queen of Hunters, being associated with the term Kusanali Devi. She would often take naps under a specific tree, signifying the sacred tree within the Jataka tales of Kusanali. This hunter was born and raised around the green foliage, plants, or grass, leaving behind the subtle fragrance of wildflowers, mirroring the lowly grass fairy living in a humble clump of grass, and Kusa meaning a fragrant grass. From these descriptions, the correlation between Kusanali and the Veridescent Venera becomes obvious. And as if these connections weren't already enough, MiHoYo adds more detail to the lore that may explain what's really going on with the identity of the Dendro Archon. To start, the original translation of Veridescent Venera in Chinese means green shadow. Considering what had transpired within the story of Raiden Shogun, I feel that the meaning of green shadow could be foreshadowing that Kusanali is either a temporary stand-in or a simple spokesperson. The identity of Kusanali as the Dendro Archon is a facade that was created to deceive the entire world.
So this is his point. His point is, for the theory, that the lie of Sumeru is that there is just a temporary stand-in for the Dendro Archon.
Or a simple spokesperson. The identity of Kusanali as the Dendro Archon is a facade that was created to deceive.
Very curious to see if this plays out or not. Obviously, this is just a theory. A game theory. No, I'm kidding.
The entire world. The story goes further to explain that the Veridescent Venera is the uncrowned Queen of Hunters, mentioning that none could ever bestow a crown upon the Queen of Hunters, since the only one superior to her was nature itself. Nature representing the previous Dendro Archon, the god of woods. And if the baton of archonship was never transferred or left uncrowned, that means one thing: the god of woods is still alive.
And the god of woods is ALHAITHAM. Why? Just because of the fact that he looks like Sue, and Sue has some type of connection to the seed of Sumeru. That's all I got. That's it. That's I don't have. It's very far-fetched, I know, but if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But if I'm right, haha. Definitely a crackpot theory, though.
Now, I know that according to the Chinese and Korean translations, it is said that the god of woods had died together with the disaster that fell upon the ancient kingdom. Still, the legitimacy of this specific artifact is very questionable. The entire description is prefaced with the word legend. And to add to this uncertainty, the description of the domain says, after a period of time, the
Bro, my man has music taste. I know I already learned this from hanging out with him, but damn, you pick some tracks, brother.
Legend. And to add to this uncertainty, the description of the domain says, after a period of time, the people of this continent lost track of the past. Because of this pretext, it's quite difficult to figure out how accurate this information is. So, let's start cross-referencing. Ganyu explains that the current Dendro Archon is 500 years old. Although she may not fully understand the secrets behind the Dendro Archon, being over 3,000 years old and having witnessed the cataclysm, Ganyu's dialogue could be seen as somewhat credible, suggesting that the god of woods is connected to Kanria in some way. But to what degree? To explain its imperative,
this is that stupid theory where it all comes down to the fact that Baizhu is a former Dendro Archon in hiding. I'm gonna be honest with you. If you call any theory stupid, that's kind of stupid because it's just a theory. Like theories are like on basis built off of very limited amounts of knowledge, and at best are educated guesses as to what could happen. They typically usually aren't correct. So, like, it's just a game theory.
That we understand the difference between the calamity and the cataclysm. The calamity refers to an implosion within the Eclipse dynasty of Conria. Within this dynasty, people were cursed with an incurable condition or turned into the monster of the abyss. This calamity, or the disaster that fell upon the ancient kingdom, occurs moments before the cataclysm. The cataclysm follows soon after. Monsters begin to wreak havoc across the continent of TEYVAT, which causes the war between Conria and the gods, leading to the kingdom's destruction. It is my theory that the God of Woods was in Conria when the internal calamity first struck. However, instead
That's the theory part, by the way, that Kusanali was,
of dying with the cataclysm that occurred soon after, the God of Woods escapes along with the condition of erosion and death, losing his godly powers and even his sense of sight. Where am I getting this suspicion from? The blind boy that asked for help from the Viridescent Venerer.
So, TLDR, if you want the sauce, watch the video. I'm going to cliffhang you right there. But here's the TLDR. Here's the basis of the theory, the very short version. In the Viridescent Venerer, it talks about a blind youth under the tree where she often napped. He basically links this in a very vague way, but, again, limited, like, this was made a year ago, right? But connects this with the story of
ask for help from the Viridescent Venerer. Immediately following the calamity that took place in Conria, the Viridescent Venerer meets a dying boy that was afflicted with blindness under the sacred tree. Seeing that the boy was helpless and being chased by a monster, the hunter quickly comes to the boy's aid. Now,
TLDR, there's a famous story, I forget where it's from, it's a cultural story, mythos, legend, I forget like exactly where it's from, that talks about a very special doctor that was blind and actually helped out a lot of people. And it's very reminiscent to 𝙃𝙬's story about him being afflicted with a sickness and him having a very similar white snake, just like that doctor in the legend that also has a white snake. Again, this is connecting like very small threads of information and just trying to build a theory off of it. So take everything with a grain of salt because it is just a game theory about a video game. But yeah, I will say personally, before ALHAITHAM was revealed, I actually thought 𝙃𝙬, if anyone remembers, was our 𝙃𝙬𝙀. Personally, like I actually thought he was the 𝙃𝙀. And my initial thought was, I said that whoever ends up becoming the 𝙃𝙀 from Honkai into Genshin, that is going to be either the current or a former Dendro Archon. That was my statement, right? And I always thought 𝙃𝙬 was that person because he's very, very similar, except for the hair color, right? And then ALHAITHAM came, and now I'm confused, very confused, especially because 𝙃𝙬's story in the lore makes more sense than ALHAITHAM. But granted, we don't know anything about ALHAITHAM, so maybe that's not true, right? Who knows? We'll see.
as if this
But I think in terms of like characters I'm most excited about lore-wise, it's definitely ALHAITHAM and 𝙃𝙬.
was some kind of a joke,
One of the two.
English translation of this story claims that the blind boy was killed by the monster. However, nowhere within the original translation of Chinese and even in Korean mentions that the boy actually dies. In the original translations, the blind boy was close to death, leaving the story open-ended, just like how the death of the God of Woods is shrouded in mystery. I believe that the blind boy and the God of Woods is one of the same. It's very suspicious that throughout the entire game, the blind boy and the God of Woods is mentioned together only within the story of the Viridescent Venerer. And everything involving this story is hidden behind the concept of perception and deception. So if this blind boy is the God of Woods,
Part of the reason why he's kind of obsessed with connecting to Viridescent Vendor, we talk a lot, so I can kind of talk about like the thought process of like where the theory is kind of like based off of a little bit. He still can talk about it better because it's his theory. But a big reason why is because we've noticed that there is a huge trend in Genshin Impact's story of telling future events that will happen or key important lore exposition that you will get in the future that was already foreshadowed in artifact lore, just like the Pale Flame set and also the Crimson Witch set, which ties over to Senora, right? And then you have that artifact set, which came out before we got heavy Scaramouche exposition that is heavily connected to Scaramouche, right? So this is part of the reason why he kind of uses that as the ground. Is it like a very thin thread? It's a very thin thread. Take it with a grain of salt. But like that's where that kind of comes from.
And is still alive. Where the hell is he? As I alluded to in my previous video, I believe that the backstory of the slimes is a direct link that foreshadows the story of their respective elemental archons. Let's deep dive and uncover the cryptic messages hidden within the Dendro slime. There are some who see it as something similar to the Whopper flowers, the Dendro slime being the representation of God of Woods and the Whopper flower representing Kusanali, hiding its true form to trick and hunt its prey. The God of Woods is incognito.
The super crackpot slime theory.
Waiting for
I love how crackpot this is. I love the more crackpot a theory can get, the more I love it.
an opportunity. And some regard it as a slime that has been parasitized by some special plant. Parasitized reflecting the incurable disease of the God of Woods, and special plant possibly meaning the mist grass that I previously covered in another video, a plant that contains the power of corruption and karma that is used by the Fatui and the Abyss. From this point of view, might some cultures also see these slimes as having some special medicinal value? Some cultures meaning a different region, and medicinal value.
You'll be cliffhanged right there. I would like to end on the note that, can we just talk about why is Genshin Impact so crackpot about the way they have all the lore? They do so much foreshadowing in the most obscure ways and locations that you wouldn't expect to look for when it comes to the Genshin Impact lore, to the point where I'm literally going to have to dedicate an artifact reading stream just to rebrush up on everything before we go into Sumeru, because there's a really good chance that it's probably going to give us a lot of exposition, and we need to do, like, you know, the Genshin manga stream as well. But also talk about the fact that, like, domains have lore to them as well, and side quests end up giving so much lore, like the Inazuma Island side quest or world quest, right? They end up giving more lore about Inazuma's history than, like, even the Inazuma main story quest at some points, right? It's crazy, actually, when you really think about it. Kind of wild, kind of wild. Anyways, fam, it is currently 4 in the morning. Listen, hey, here's the plan, okay? Here is the plan. I kind of want to stay up because I still got a lot of energy to burn, and I want to talk about ALHAITHAM more because I have more crackpot theories, so we're going to need to do a part 2 to this stream because I barely touched on all the stuff that I wanted to touch on. We touched on some of it, but I got a lot more that I want to touch on. So, here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking... Let me see if I can pull this up. Hold on. I'm thinking that ideally, I want to knock out the Summer Isles event story quest, or not story quest, but event quest, the Summer Archipelago Islands, right? Before we do a part 2 to the stream before Sumeru. Does that sound good? I feel like that makes the most sense. I don't know about you guys, but intuitively, I just think we're going to get a lot more understanding of how TEYVAT works with these islands than anything else. Why does this... There we go. Sound good? Yeah? Awesome? Dope? Sweet? What happened to Mona? I gotta do Mona's story quest, but I think I'm gonna make that into a video. I'm debating about it. Or we'll make it into a stream. I'm not sure. I do gotta do that before we... I gotta record that. We gotta record that 100%. By the way, Gacha Wars special stream. Hold on, let me show you. Alright, now don't... Yes, this dragon has a very big power over me, okay? I don't know what's happened. It's bad. You know how bad it is? Listen. Damn, this dragon. But yeah, so Gacha Wars. I'll be you're gonna see $1,600 worth of rolls being used in Arknights today in about 16 hours. 16 hours from now, we're going to be going live. Or no, I lied, not 16, 15. 15 hours from now, we're going to be going live for Gacha Wars. Me and Island will be competing against each other in Arknights Gacha. We'll both be doing 300 rolls apiece. The person that pulls more of the Dragon Sisters wins. The person that loses will be subjected to a punishment. And on that note, love you guys. Deuces. Have a good one. Until next time, be unreal. Subscribe. Leave a thumbs up on the stream VOD. And the reaction video to the teaser 3 where I like freaked out, like literally lost my mind, to ALHAITHAM is on the channel. If you haven't seen that yet, the stream will redirect you there. And join the Discord. Follow on Twitter, Patreon, subscribe, all that good stuff. Love the heck out of you guys. And it's going to be 5 in the morning. We have not been live. Oh damn. Okay, we have been live for an hour and a half. Okay, got it. Yeah, so I'm gonna go to sleep. Love y'all. Deuces. Peace. Have a good one. Peace. Adios. Sayonara.